The issue begins with Jean Grey waking from a nightmare. Present-day Scott Summers enters the room and asks if Jean's okay. They share a moment and Jean places her hand on top of Scott. He tells her that this can never happen. The young Jean Grey reluctantly nods and agrees. Kitty Pryde catches Scott when he leaves her room. She expresses her feelings and tells Scott that she does not want to see him and Jean alone in her room ever again. Outside the new Xavier School for Higher Learning, Angel enjoys an afternoon flight, but he sees X-23 running away. Angel approaches her only to be welcomed with hostility. X-23 eventually gets Angel off her back and continues her trek. Moments later, the young Scott Summers approaches and tells her that he came back for her. He gets close and stabs her in the stomach. Scott says that he took no joy in this and leaves the scene. Angel arrives back in the school cafeteria and tells his team of the absence of X-23. The frustrated Kitty shouts at Angel, telling him to go back to get her. Suddenly, the wounded X-23 crawls in. Beast shouts at the healer of the group to do his job. Outside the school, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants approaches. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Comic Island. My name is Joey and today we are reviewing all new X-Men issue 26. So Jean Grey and the older Cyclops finally share a scene together. Ever since the young X-Men showed up, I don't think I've ever seen the two of them together. Present day Cyclops seems to have all of his emotions in check, but poor Jean, she is obviously upset about young Scott breaking up with her and leaving with his father Corsair. And now she is in a school with her ex-boyfriend, all grown up to be the man she always wanted him to be. I honestly don't care much for twisted love stories, but when they include superheroes that I love, I seriously cannot get enough. So it appears that young Cyclops stabbed X-23 in the stomach. At first, I thought it was a shapeshifter since this is a Marvel title, but then I thought maybe the Starjammers got infiltrated and young Scott became brainwashed. Then we see the future Brotherhood of Evil Mutants approach the new Xavier School, indicating that it is most likely raised Darkholm, Wolverine and Mystique's mysterious son from the future. I am very glad that we get to see the future Brotherhood again, since Battle of the Atom wasn't as great as I had hoped. So now I guess the future Brotherhood will be the new villain group of the 616 universe. For those who don't know, during the Battle of the Atom, the future Brotherhood of Evil Mutants came to the present to battle the X-Men, but they were of course defeated. The time machine they arrived in is in the possession of the X-Men, so they are now stuck in present day. Their members include Future Beast, Future Deadpool, Xavier's son, Molly Hayes, one of Iceman's clones gone rogue, the young Jean Grey all grown up, and last but not least, the shape-shifting raised Darkholm. So I am okay with the future Brotherhood, but what I can't understand is how Hank McCoy, aka The Beast, turned into a villain. This one single factor throws me off and I can't buy the future Brotherhood as a whole. The only character that interests me is the grown-up Jean Grey. I actually really want to know what path she took that made her turn to the dark side. The one thing that I'm disappointed in is the fact that present-day Cyclops and his uncanny X-Men never touched base on the fact that the young X-Men and Kitty Pryde went to space and battled the Shi'ar Empire. Where was old Cyclops in all this? In a past issue, young Scott got hit by a sentinel and he died for a split second. That caused the older Scott to begin to fade away, but luckily, young Scott was saved by one of the new mutant students, causing present-day Scott to reappear. Knowing this, I can't imagine anyone letting their younger self go missing, presumably kidnapped, and not do anything about it. Anyway, thank you so much for checking out my review of All New X-Men issue 26. I recommend that you check out my last issue review to catch up on the story so far. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in All New X-Men issue 27.